Now, Willie, that we have played the song, is there a story that goes with that song?
I remember when I wrote the song. I wrote 3 songs in the same week, and I was living out in Madison, and in the same trailer house that Hank Cochran lived in when he first came to town. And he left with his wife and 3 kids, and I moved right in behind him with my wife and 3 kids. And it was $25 a week plus the oil bill, I remember. And I used to drive from the trailer park over to Pamper Music every day. It was on 2 Mile Pike, and it was about a 15-minute drive. And that week, on the way from there, I wrote Funny How Time Slips Away, and I wrote Crazy, and I wrote another song. I can't remember which one it was, but anyway, I had 3 songs in 1 week.
All right, you've heard Willie Nelson and Funny How the Time Slips Away. Let me ask you about another song, since you brought up those days in Madison and Goodlettsville, Willie. There was a little house out back of the Pamper Music Company.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't you, in this little house with 1 room, write Hello Walls?
Yeah, Hank missed out on that one. You remember that story, that when Hank was out there with me and there was no windows? There's 1 window in there. There was no telephone. And Hank got a telephone call. He and I were sitting out there trying to write a song, and we were sitting around looking at each other and trying to come up with something creative. And the phone rang, and just as the phone rang, I had an idea for a song, Hello Wall. And I said, Hank, I'm going to write a song called Hello Walls. You want to help me write it? And he said, sure. As soon as I get back from answering the telephone, because Maydale Sandusky had come out to get him to the telephone. And by the time he got back, about 10 minutes later, I'd already written it.
In 10 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Hello Walls, and the walls would talk, and the window would talk. Hello window.
Hello window.
Right?
Hello ceiling. Hello fool.
Yeah, I made Willie a little money one time. I could have played my record, of course, on this show and been right in keeping with the Willie Nelson's hits.
Really?
People laugh about my record career, but I did win for you an award, didn't I?
Mm-hmm. Now I laugh about that. You did win me an award.
I had a record called Hello Fool, an answer to Hello Walls.
You talk a good song.
Yeah, and you know who gave me the idea?
Joe Allison?
No, Hank Cochran.
Hank did?
Hank met a little guy at the back of the Opry, and he had written the words to Hello Fool down on a grocery sack. And, of course, you being the writer of the original idea got half of it. And then Joe Allison, who produced the record on me, rewrote it and didn't take anything. I never will forget when I ran into, Willie, you appreciate this, I ran into Farron while I had Hello Walls. He had Hello Walls, and then I followed it with Hello Fool, and I hadn't seen him. And if he came up one night, and I said, I kept waiting for a comment. And he never mentioned my record. And I said, well, what do you think? He said, what do you think about what? I said, what do you think about my record? He said, why'd you call me a fool? And I said, I wasn't talking about you, Farron.
I'll say hello.
There is an album on Columbia Records, which is sort of I suppose, a country and western opera. As opposed to a rock opera, but it's sort of a complete story on records, isn't it?
Yeah, I intended it for it to be a complete story. I hope it is. I hope it holds together.
Now we don't have time to play the entire story.
Oh shucks!
But Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain is out of the album. But we're going to set up Down Yonder, which is there's an instrumental in the album by your band, right?
That's my sister playing the piano.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Now, so the characters are what, dancing?
Yeah, this is the side 2 of the album, and the story has progressed to the point where this guy has left Blue Rock, Montana, and he's rode into Denver, Colorado, and he's gone into this club, and he's met this girl, and they were dancing, and he's already danced to the old waltz tune, Over the Waves, and then right after that, they go right into the old instrumental standard, Down Yonder.
What's his name?
Bobby is my sister's name.
Willie, were you serious a moment ago when you said they're asking you to take a movie part?
Yeah. It's a small part. It's not, it's a small camel riding part.
Camel riding part?
Mm-hmm. And I'm a scout, not an Indian scout. I'm a scout for the Confederate Army that rides a camel instead of a horse. And I haven't got all that figured out yet. I don't know why I couldn't have a horse.
Is this on the drawing board?
Yes, this is still on the drawing board. This camel may turn out to be a stallion later. You know.
You ever ridden a camel?
No, I never have. And I'd like to say I've always wanted to, but I never have wanted to ride a camel.
You might enjoy the experience.
I bet it is an experience.
Just the getting on and getting off would be the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Willie, RCA has seen fit to issue an album featuring this song as the title song. What do you remember about this?
Oh, I remember this song. This was the year that I'd had a divorce and 4 cars totaled, I believe, and a pickup. And so me and Hank was down in my basement, and we wrote a song called "What Can You Do to Me Now?" And the next day, my house burned down.
You're kidding. It really happened?
True. That's a true story.
Well, I hope this does.
And then the album come out, "What Can You Do to Me Now?" And an album was sent to my manager in New York from RCA, and he opened it up and had a Waylon Jennings record in it. So there's no end what they can do once they put their mind to it.